watch that. Watch this.
Good evening, and welcome to this evening's program on the plight of the American Preppie. I am Sir Reginald Essexborough, and I will be your narrator for the remainder of the evening. Tonight we will be following the expedition of Dr. Thor Kuykendall, a leading Preppie expert from Stockholm, and his group as they land in the north coast of America in search of the elusive Preppie. As you can see here, the landing was rather easy, and the very first find on the beach consisted of several ruins which Dr. Kuykendall discussed at greater length.
What we have found here looks like ancient ruins from an early Preppie settlement. Looks Eastern colonial in nature, and we believe that eventually they'll come back to their original habitat and we'll catch them. So follow us now, we look for artifacts. Hey, what you find, boys?
Nothing. I'm stuck.
Hey, look at Big Rock.
Tar! Look, we found...
And
This will
get
be
your
instant.
glove. Get this shot.
We have made
Just edit this for
We have made it to the top.
Be very careful.
Ready?
It was these cliffs along the coast where the ruins of the Preppie civilization were first discovered that proved to be the most treacherous thing for the expedition. A young American graduate student named Richard Peters from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology accompanied Dr. Kuykendall on his adventure and found himself dangling over the side precariously over the ruins. It took Dr. Bennington and Dr. Kuykendall to haul the poor lad over.
What a pooper.
That's an idiot.
Is this going? Is you? Hi, I'm Richard J. Peters. I'm a graduate student. I'm going for my degree here. These guys are great. They got me in here, and we're gonna try and get some footage of some preppies, and it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Despite Mr. Peters' pratfalls, the adventure continued. Dr. Kuykendall, Dr. Bennington, and the young Mr. Peters found themselves in the wilderness of northern coastal North America for several days, tracking the Preppies, following their grocery routes and mating areas. Peters, hoping to get photos of the Preppies in their natural mating habit, took photos of practically everything else, annoying Dr. Kuykendall immensely, but otherwise aiding. It was then that an important mating trail was found. At this point, while trudging through it in hopes of finding something of significance, that Dr. Kuykendall came across the important Preppie ruins.
We found some ancient ruins, we think possibly etchings from ancient Preppie civilization. Up here you see it says, Herm loves Laura. Now we think this Herm person, possibly Preppie tribal leader. Laura, of course, the Aphrodite goddess of topsiders.
It was the trail that led them back to the ruins, believed to be a sacred spot to the Preppies, where Dr. Bennington found another important piece of evidence. This apparently a Volvo station wagon keychain, believed to be very important to Preppies all over the world. Dr. Bennington and Dr. Kuykendall have been working together now for almost 20 years in Preppie research. They explained their backgrounds.
Something intelligent. Yeah, we've found, we're going to look for Preppies. It's something I came up with several years ago.
This expedition is going to be taking place in Midwestern civilization. Dr. Thor Kuykendall and myself, Dr. Bennington, are going to be studying whatever there is out there to study. And, you stupid idiot. I'm trying to say something here.
Once again, the Preppie mating trail led them back to another important find. This one a garment of some import.
Oh, beautiful specimen.
Let me see the specimen.
Smile, Mr. Thor.
It is
Alligator.
an Izod.
It's a nice...
Well found exactly.
Well, holy smokes, it's a nice... this is ancient one. We're on the trail.
It's also clean. What's significant about it? What is significant? This is what we've been looking at.
Holy symbol!
It is a holy
Yes.
symbol
Smokes.
that we have been looking for a very long time, as you have seen us treading through the woods. And we found it. And here it is.
Talk louder.
Louder!
Yes.
We have found what we've been looking for. This is our holy Izod symbol of the Preppies of this part of the country. And we found it. Here it is. This is it. You did a good shot of that. Yes.
Some kind of zoom-in pan type
Yes.
thing here.
The trail inevitably led to an actual Preppie migratory route. Dr. Kuykendall requested his rifle and a tranquilizer dart, the idea being to immobilize the Preppie and then tag it later for progress reports and following its migratory patterns. Unfortunately, his gloves intervened temporarily, but with Richard Peters pestering him and shooting pictures left and right, and Dr. Bennington doing whatever it is he does, they eventually miraculously shot the Preppie. As you can see here, the Preppie had got absolute no notification or any kind of hint that the doctors were there. They got a perfectly good shot, there it is, and the Preppie was down and immobilized. Dr. Kuykendall was ecstatic, as were his comrades, as they rushed in to do the ear tagging, the most important part of this procedure. The Preppie is in no danger. The dart lodged in her chest is merely a tranquilizer dart which will keep the Preppie out for several minutes, allowing Dr. Kuykendall to safely apply the ear tag and Dr. Bennington to take some vital signs, and of course Richard J. Peters to take pictures. Having done their accomplished jobs, they now clear out before the Preppie, aggravated and annoyed. The Preppie is most dangerous when coming out of the anesthesia, and the doctors know that they must get clear. As you can see, the Preppie is somewhat disoriented and confused. However, she will go on to lead a relatively normal life, probably at a New England college somewhere, and will be tracked for the remainder of her life to follow her migratory and mating habits.
I did my research thesis on Preppie mating habits, so I was really pleased to get to work with Thor Kuykendall and Dr. Bennington. While I was out there, I took some really keen photos of Preppies in their natural habitat, and I also got some good notes about their courtship patterns.
I think I've wanted to do extensive research on the Preppies ever since my involvement with the New London Research Program led by Dr. Patrick Verbakov. I think that was 1965. We're hoping to shed some light on what makes these strange creatures act the way they do.
We found the Preppies to be increasing in numbers, despite a proliferation of anti-Prep movements. We traced a number of migratory patterns that showed they moved from Midwestern areas into New England, especially Connecticut.
And so went Dr. Bennington and Dr. Kuykendall's expedition. It was a relatively successful one, and in the years to come, we hope to have garnished much information from the work they have done today along this sparsely populated north coast of America. And for everyone until next time here at the British Science Foundation, this is Sir Reginald Essexborough saying good evening.